Good morning. I'm Ayya Vimala, and it is Thursday, May the 13th, so we're barreling closer and closer to summer. I wanted to read the beautiful Contemplations for meditation, and it's from this little book. It's one of the Wheel publications from the Buddhist Publication Society, but I've had it for many years. And I think it's from originally written maybe 1956. Nope, and the last reprint was 2003 in Sri Lanka. And this is called Mirror of the Dhamma, and the translations are by Narada Thera and Bhikkhu Kassapa. So they're just, I love the translations, and they're really beautiful things that can help us when we think about or want to sit with these qualities. They're qualities that we can develop and qualities that we can extend all of the time in our daily lives. So I wanted to share some of these. So there are different contemplations on, and they're from verses from the Pali Canon. There are contemplations for almost, for everything, from the precepts into different situations in life that you might be dealing with, and the meditations for the meditations on the body and different things that we learn in the Satipatthana, the 4 foundations of mindfulness. And the ones I wanted to read to you today were from two different things that most of us are aware of. Well, one is on the contemplation of loving kindness, and I think it gives you some different language and some different ways to think of loving kindness practice, which is the world is in great need of. And the other is the 4 divine abidings, the Brahma Vihara, the 4 qualities that we think of as the highest qualities that we can work with. And we know those as loving kindness and compassion and mudita and equanimity. And those we radiate out. When we radiate those out, we include that radiating that quality out in a boundless way with no end, it just radiates out and never stops. And it leaves nothing out, and it goes to infinity and beyond. So these are just beautiful words. So I wanted to give you some beautiful things that you can add into your meditation. So I took one of my markers out. I wanted to start with and a lot of them are very short, and you can learn, they're phrases that are really good to have. So one of my favorites that really helps me, and I'll read that before I start the one on metta practice, but it's the contemplation on non-self for fostering fearlessness, cultivating detachment, enduring pain, etc. This is not mine. I am not this. This is not myself. That comes in very handy in terms of helping us catch ourselves from getting too attached to something or thinking that everything is about us when it's all so impersonal. This is not mine. I am not this. This is not myself. Beautiful. These are the Buddha's words spoken on many occasions. I love that. But this little book is just lovely. It has so many things like that. So here is a contemplation of loving kindness, or metta. So why don't you close your eyes, because we'll use this as a practice, a metta practice. Close your eyes, let your body breathe. Let your body be attentive and relaxed. And I'll read this metta contemplation, and having seen that like oneself, all beings seek for happiness, patiently then cultivate love for beings all. Ever happy may I be, may I from dukkha e'er be free. With friends and neutral ones also, may my foes be happy too. Within the boundaries of this town, may beings ever happy be. Likewise those from foreign lands and men from other galaxies. From all around the galaxies, all creatures and all breathing things, all persons and all entities, be happy in their destinies. Likewise, women, men as well, the noble ones, the unawake, devas, men, unhappy ones, who in the 10 directions dwell. Whatever living beings there may be, no matter whether frail or strong, with none accepted, long or large, or middle-sized, or short, or small, or thick, those seen or those unseen, or whether dwelling near or far, there are, or that yet seek to be, may creatures all be of a blissful heart. May I be free from enmity. May I be free from hurtfulness. May I be free from troubles of mind and body. May I be able to protect my own happiness. Whatever beings there are, may they be free from enmity. Whatever beings there are, may they be free from hurtfulness. Whatever beings there are, may they be free from troubles of mind and body. Whatever beings there are, may they be able to protect their own happiness. May devas in the East have happiness. May humans in the East have happiness. May all beings in the realm of deprivation have happiness. And then that phrase, or the entire thing, if you have it written down, can be repeated for the West, the North, the South, above, below, and all around. Now you can keep your eyes closed, and we'll continue. I'll read the verses on the 4 divine abidings. Just keep coming back to your breath. Whatever beings there are, may they be free from enmity. Whatever beings there are, may they be free from hurtfulness. Whatever beings there are, may they be free from troubles of mind and body. Whatever beings there are, may they be able to protect their own happiness. And on compassion, whatever beings there are, May they be free from suffering. Enjoy with others, whatever beings there are. May they not be parted from the fortune obtained by them. Equanimity, whatever beings there are, they are the owners of their karma, heirs to their karma, born of their karma, related to their karma, abide supported by their karma. Whatever karma they will do, whether good or evil, of that they will be the heirs. And more on the contemplation of equanimity. There's a few more passages. Just as a one-piece rock shakes not with the wind, so the wise are not disturbed either by praise or blame. I cling not in the case of happiness. Depressed I am not in the grip of pain. Balanced I am in every chance. This is my perfect equipoise. Let's just sit with this. The world we know right now, right at this moment, needs so much of these qualities. But we have to begin with ourselves. Even as we're working on to help increase these qualities in the world, we understand that increasing them and developing them and nurturing them are things we have to do for ourselves. Loving friendliness, compassion, appreciative joy of for ourselves and for others, and the successes of others, and equanimity or balance. Understanding that everyone has their own karma to own, to work through, to nurture and increase good. Finding balance and stability. So, those are some additional phrases that you can incorporate into your practice each day. Or we don't call these things mantras in our tradition, but sometimes I know for me, some of the things that I read in the Pali Canon, and these are such, I love these translations. They're easy to remember, and they often can really save us if we have a moment of maybe feeling anger arising really rapidly, maybe over something that we see right in front of us. Sometimes it's really good to, for me, this is not mine, I am not this is not myself, is a big help. Or if I want to get involved in someone else's business, just because maybe it's interesting, or maybe I think I am supposed to be involved in it. As a parent, it's saved me from many bad times with my adult children. This is not mine. I am not this. This is not myself. But others of these phrases are very wonderful little short ways to move immediately into practicing the qualities. Here's another one I'll read for our ending. This is the contemplation on the 3 characteristics of being. Anicca is impermanence. Impermanence, all that is conditioned. When with wisdom one sees this, then one tires of suffering, of dukkha. This is the path to purity. And dukkha is unsatisfactoriness. That's the second characteristic. Dukkha, all that is conditioned. When with wisdom one sees this, then one tires of dukkha. This is the path to purity. And anatta, non-self or not soul, all the dhammas, not oneself. When with wisdom one sees this, then one tires of suffering, one tires of dukkha. This is the path to purity. So some beautiful and easy to remember. Some of these are things that I just keep nearby. Sometimes it can help. It's a gorgeous day here. So I think those are enough little phrases for today. But the world needs metta practice right now. If you listen to any news at all, there's a lot going on in the world, and we want to be sensitive to that. But sometimes we can be sensitive to that and realize that some things are so cyclical and happen over and over and over again that sometimes being witness to it is all we are able to do. We help whenever we can, but when we see fighting erupting over and over between countries, when there's really no solution to it, because of really deeply conditioned mindsets of people. And we see the pandemic increasing in India and now in Nepal, and the world is in a really difficult, challenging time for all of us, but we can keep practicing and we can keep working on ourselves and keep doing the things that we can that we think are important to do. But being content and happy is also one of our chores. It's one of our jobs. So don't overload yourself. Don't be saddened by just the realities of the world, because that's the conditioned world where all these things are. And it is when we really see that all conditioned things are impermanent and are full of dissatisfaction, sadness, and are not who we are. That's the path. That's when we're on the path to purity. So thank you. Have a beautiful day and find something lovely to do. And I felt like I was languishing last week, and it's so much nicer now this week to feel like I have more energy and a little bit lifted out of that languished. I read about languishing, and I thought that's exactly how I felt last week. And it's good to not feel I'm languishing, that I'm energy is back and arising, and things are I feel a lot more peaceful inside. And I know I haven't had much languishing during the pandemic, but now as we're moving into a new phase of not quite post-pandemic, but now it's a new area of how much we feel safe to do, and who's getting their vaccinations, and what's happening all over the world with that. That's another difficult time to go through. So take care of yourselves, and if you're languishing, then really take care of yourselves. So much love. Thank you for being part of my practice.